Hello, Soccer Fever fans. Once again, you are hooked up to Soccer Fever Weekly Transfer Update. I'm here with a regular analyst, Offiong Onoyom. And before we get into it, let's analyze the situation on ground. The World Cup kicks up, and we have so much happening in the transfer market. We have Lamar that was linked with Liverpool and Arsenal last season. He's said to have confirmed a deal with Atletico Madrid. We don't know how much they're going to pay for that. Then we have the drama, the World Cup. The Spanish national team coach Julian Lopetegui, he has been sacked because of the whole incident with Real Madrid. And we also have other transfer stories. Arsenal have been linked with the Uruguayan defensive midfielder from Sampdoria. We don't know how that's going to work out. Socrates is supposed to be an Arsenal player. Why has that not been announced? So much to discuss. So let's start from the drama at the World Cup.
Yeah, it's really good to be here studios again, talking football and talking about the World Cup. Well, I think it's very unfortunate what has gone on down at the Spanish Federation with the sacking of Julian Lopetegui following his move to Real Madrid, actually dishonoring his contract with the Spanish national team just a couple of days into the World Cup. It's not an ideal situation at all, with everybody expecting that, okay, maybe this announcement would have been better served announced after the World Cup. But unfortunately, Florentino Perez, for maybe for some ego thing or whatever it is, had to push for the announcement to be made before the World Cup. Have the Spanish National Federation done the right thing for the team? I think it will be left to be seen how far the Spanish progress in the World Cup. But looking at the announcement, the replacements for Lopetegui, Fernando Hierro, who has been working as the director of football for the Spanish national side over the last 2 years, has come in. And there was talk about of the under 21 coach Albert Celades coming in. There was also talk about Kiki Setien of Real Betis coming in, but the issue of Kiki Setien was actually shelved because they were looking at visa issues. How is he going to get visa for him and his staff coming in before the start of the World Cup? So the Spanish national side have actually settled for Fernando Hierro. We all know Fernando Hierro from the Spanish side back in the day, and he's been working in the setup with Lopetegui. Now that is a very logical appointment, because you look at the situation where there is a chemistry between Lopetegui, Fernando Hierro, and the players. The players already know Hierro, who has been working as the director of football behind the scenes all these years. So you would like to think that the imprint of Lopetegui is gone. I think he went 16 games without losing with the Spanish national side. So you'd like to think that the imprint of Lopetegui on that side will be translated by Fernando Hierro to the players prior to the World Cup in the next couple of days. And I'm actually happy that Real Madrid are going to be punished financially, because they're going to be paying £2 million pounds in compensation to the Spanish national side. Talking about other transfers that have gone on, Arsenal have been very busy in the market. I think there's a little bit of a deviation between the normal delaying tactics of Arsene Wenger, buying players, to what we are seeing in the Unai Emery side. Is that down to Unai Emery himself, or it is down to the structure that Arsenal now have in the side? Arsenal now have a director of football, Arsenal now have a chief negotiator, and these guys are getting deals over the line. You talked about Socrates Papastopoulos from Borussia Dortmund. We hear that deal has been done, 30 million euros to Arsenal, but it won't be announced till 1st of July. You also talked about Lucas Torreira, the 22-year-old defensive midfield player from Sampdoria. He's a very hard worker. He's got 4 goals in the just completed season in Serie A. Yeah. And I've watched a few of his clips. He likes to keep it simple in the middle of the park. So you like to believe that, okay, he's just going to come into the Arsenal side and he's ready to go. There are also moves for Ben Leno, a 26-year-old goalkeeper, German goalkeeper, from Bayern Leverkusen. That deal is progressing really well. Then there's talk of Gelson Martinez coming in from Sporting Lisbon. Gelson has actually terminated his contract with Sporting Lisbon, and Arsenal are looking at getting him on a free. Now, you also talked about Thomas Lemar. Thomas Lemar was linked with Arsenal and Liverpool. I think Arsenal actually made a bid of £90 million last season, but he couldn't come. He didn't have the best of season last season with Monaco, but Atletico Madrid have moved to get him, and that deal is almost over the line. We hear that deal is actually going to make Antoine Griezmann change his mind about going to Barcelona and stay back at the Wanda Metropolitano with Atletico Madrid this season.
Having talked a lot about Arsenal, let's look at other transfers. Liverpool initially seemed to have had a head start on most of the other teams. Then, of course, everybody expected Falcao to be a Liverpool player until the whole deal broke down. Then we have Genekaro Otebo, the Nigerian, going to Stoke for 6.5 million. Are you of the opinion that he could have waited till after the World Cup before making such a move?
Yeah, I think it's not an ideal situation for Tebo to have moved to a championship side. Stoke are no more a Premier League side, they're a championship side. So a lot of people are of the opinion that, well, his stock will definitely rise after the World Cup. So why didn't you just wait to see which clubs come in for you rather than moving to a championship side? Probably the money is too good for him to turn down. That is why he's made that move. We all hope it works out for him. The structure around Stoke, with Peter Coates being the chairman of Stoke and all that, a lot of pundits believe that Stoke can actually come back up to the Premier League just after one season. But the Championship is a very difficult league to win, not to talk of actually coming back up just after one season. We'll see how it goes, and we just hope that Etebo stays injury-free in the World Cup and then goes on to play very well for Stoke. As for the situation of Liverpool and Nabil, I think it was very, very unfortunate. That deal was actually very close. I think Liverpool tried to play a fast one on Leon and Leon Mikel Aulas, because you tried to see that after the medicals, and the fee was agreed before the medicals, then after the medicals, Liverpool went back to Leon and tried to lower the fee. Why would anybody do that? I think the only explanation is that maybe Liverpool may have seen something in the medicals that made them feel like, okay, we can actually get this guy for less. And then Leon immediately, without thinking twice, pulled the plug on the deal. Unfortunately, Nabil is set to stay back in Lyon this season.
So that's a wrap for our transfer update for the week. Please stay tuned to this feed. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, right? So we will be coming to you with the latest happening in Europe. Despite the World Cup, we have a lot of transfer activities to bring to you. Have a lovely day. From me, Ojong, and Onoyom Offiong.